Hello, and welcome to day 4 of the 5-day deep stretch challenge. Today, we're going to be focusing on alignment. We'll be doing some postural exercises and just focusing on aligning the body. Remember to keep some water nearby if you need it and listen to your body. We're going to start by just walking the length of our mat, getting familiar with the space and moving our body. Just starting to get the temperature up as we prepare for our stretches. Go ahead and walk on your heels if you would like, just to mix it up a little bit. You can walk on your heels one length and on your toes the other length. Just kind of getting that foot and ankle complex warmed up as well. A little bit of balance. Good. Let's go ahead and come back to the center of our mat and find a neutral standing position. My toes are going to be facing forward. My feet are under my hips. I'm going to place my hands on my hips, and I'm just going to work on some pelvic tilting here. So I'm going to activate my lower back, kind of arching my pelvis, pushing my glutes back, and then I'm going to tighten the abs, pushing the hips forward and tilting the pelvis forward. And we're just going to alternate there, tilting the pelvis anteriorly and posteriorly. And the hands on the hips are a really good feedback indicator of how much our pelvis can shift and tilt. And of exercise you might be more familiar with is a cat-cow exercise, and that is another exercise where we practice this anterior and posterior hip tilt. And you can also feel all the musculature around that lumbo pelvic hip complex, as we call it, kind of mobilizing those hips. Remember to be taking some breaths in and out, in through the nose, out through the mouth, as we tilt the pelvis. A few more here. And on your next breath, go ahead and bring your hips back to neutral, so right in the middle of that anterior and posterior tilt. And we're just going to be doing some hip raises now. So starting with the right hip, I'm going to leave my right leg fully extended, and I'm going to work on just raising my right hip up. So I might hover my foot off the ground, but my leg is staying under my hip, and I'm just raising the right hip up, bringing the foot slightly off the ground and placing it back down, and just repeating. So right side hip raises. And as I said, hands can be on my hips, or I can use a wall if I need a little extra stability, a chair, a person maybe. You might feel some activation in that left leg. That is okay. It's helping us balance as we raise the right hip. Let's go ahead and plant the right foot back down, central, come back center with the hips. And now we'll just be doing some hip raises on the left side. So straightening the left leg, keeping it straight and extended and under my hip, and just raising the right hip up, only hovering the left foot over the mat. This is a small movement, but it's not one that we do very often. But we just shifted the hips anterior and posteriorly. So now we're going to shift them up and down, or depression. Good, just a couple more here. And let's plant that left foot back down. Find our neutral standing position once again, feet under hips, toes pointing forward. We're going to be doing some wall angels, so if you're near a wall, you can use it. If not, that's okay. We're going to take both arms up and out to the side from our shoulder. So fingertips are pointing wall to wall right now. I'm going to bend at the elbow on both sides, creating a 90-degree angle with my arms now. So fingertips are now up towards the ceiling. And I'm just going to gently push my elbows to the wall behind me, kind of opening up the chest and pushing the elbows in front of me, opening up the shoulders, and just repeating small movement here. So elbows back, elbows in together, and back. On my next rep, I'm going to take the elbows back outside the shoulders, and now I'm going to be raising, so extending the elbows, pushing the fingertips up towards the sky, kind of bringing the shoulder blades up and off of the back, and then I'm going to pull the elbows down towards my hips, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Inhale, arms up, creating space in the shoulder blades. Exhale, pulling elbows down, shoulders down, squeezing the shoulder blades. So if you are against a wall, you're trying to keep the heels, pelvis, elbows, shoulders, and hands against the wall and the back of your head. Good, just a few more here. And on your next exhale, go ahead and let the arms down. Shake out the shoulders if you need to. We're going to go ahead and begin some of our more compound stretches and alignment stretches, starting with chair pose. So I'm going to take my feet and bring them just slightly outside of my hips. Toes are still facing forward. I'm going to inhale and extend the arms up overhead. And they're going to be slightly in front of my body, not completely over my shoulders, just slightly in front of them. Fingertips up towards the ceiling, and my head is engaged between my shoulders. I'm going to slowly lower my hips down, bending the knees as if I'm about to sit into a chair, but not going all the way down, just holding about that quarter squat. And I'm going to reach the fingertips up and away from my torso, creating space in the shoulders and engaging the body. Let's take a few deep breaths here. In through the nose, out through your mouth. On your next exhale, go ahead and let the arms down. Straighten the legs back up to a neutral standing position. Let's go ahead and open up our chest. So we're going to stay standing here. I'm going to take my hands behind my back, interlace the fingers, and I'm going to pull the shoulders back and open the chest up towards the ceiling. So standing chest opener stretch. I can also take the crown of my head or the top of my head gently towards the wall behind me to get a little more stretch in those chest muscles. We might feel a lot of tension with this stretch. That is pretty normal. We are, as a society, very rounded in our shoulders, and that creates some imbalances in our chest muscles. They get chronically tightened, while our upper neck muscles are chronically lengthened. Sometimes this chest opener stretch you'll feel a little tension. And if you feel your back arching, remember to tuck the pelvis and keep a neutral spine and pelvis. On your next breath, go ahead and release those fingertips, coming back to that neutral standing position. We're going to be heading into a tree pose to just focus again on that alignment and a little bit of balance and strength. I'm going to start my tree pose by slightly bending my right leg, which is going to be my standing leg to start. I'm going to raise my left heel off of the mat, keeping my left toes on the mat. And I'm going to place that left heel on the inside of my right ankle. I'm going to let my left knee gently fall out to the side. So this is going to be our first stage of the tree. If this is already feeling good and a little unstable, then go ahead and stay here. And you're going to raise both arms up overhead, bringing the palms together over your head. And you're just going to stay there, taking some deep breaths and tucking your chin and pushing your head towards the wall behind you. Our next stage, if you're feeling like you want a little more challenge, you can bring the bottom of your left foot to the inside of your right shin, or you can bring the bottom of that left foot all the way to the inside of your right thigh. So those are your progressions and options for the tree pose. And just hold and take some deep breaths. And always feel free to toe tap if you need it. Reaching those hands up towards the ceiling, fingertips. And go ahead and release those arms down. You can drop the left foot. Reset, neutral standing position. Left foot's going to stay planted on the ground. Slight bend in that left knee. Raising the right heel off of the mat. Right toes stay down. Bringing right heel to the inside of the left ankle. Staying there, extending the arms overhead. Palms together over our head, chin tucked. Aligning our spine and our hips and our head. And adding those progressions as we see fit, either raising the right foot to the inside of the left shin or inside of the right thigh. A few more deep breaths here. In through your nose, expanding the chest. Out through your mouth. On your next exhale, go ahead and lower the arms back down. Bring that right foot back down to the mat. Neutral standing position, but we're going to widen our feet out to the sides of the mat and go into our down dog pose. So feet have widened out to the sides of my mat. Toes are still facing forward. I'm going to slowly lower, hinging at the hips and slowly lowering my hands down to the mat. I'm going to walk them away from my feet, keeping the hips up in the air. So toes are down in the mat and hands are down on the mat. Hips are up to the sky. I've kind of created a triangle with my body. And I'm just going to pedal the heels if they won't reach all the way down to the mat. And I'm going to push away from my palms, creating space between those shoulder blades as I'm in this down dog pose. Feeling a nice stretch along the entire back side of the legs and between the shoulder blades. And remember to keep your head neutral between your shoulders. Noses are not facing our fingertips. They're facing down towards the mat. On your next breath, go ahead and keep your hands and feet where they're at, but let's lower the knees down to the mat as well. Coming to a tabletop position, my knees are under my hips, my feet and shins are trailing behind my knees. My hands are down flat on the mat and my wrists, elbows, and shoulders are all stacked. And we're going to do some cat-cows from this position. So starting with cow, I'm going to arch my back, tilt my hips up towards the ceiling, as well as my nose up towards the ceiling. So cow position, arching the back, tilting the head and hips towards the ceiling. As we inhale, and then as we exhale, we're going to round the back, push the hips forward, and point the nose down towards our mat. And we'll just repeat there a few times, making sure that we are using the breath with the movement. So cow, inhale. Cat, exhale. Really pushing away from those palms on the cat, stretching out the shoulders. Doing these at whatever pace feels good for you. Just a few more breaths. We have a lot of focus on the hips and the spine because we sometimes need to just reset those hips. They get pulled in all sorts of directions with the activities we do. On your next breath, go ahead and come back to that neutral tabletop position. And I'm going to have you keep your hips and knees where they're at. So hips are going to stay up, knees stay planted, but you can widen the knees just to the outside of the mat, but keeping them up. So hips stay up as I walk my arms out long in front of me from my shoulders. So it's kind of like a half child's pose. We call it puppy pose. So arms are extended long. I've created length from my fingertips to my shoulders and from my shoulders to my hips. Hips are staying up, and I'm trying to push or pull them away from my shoulders. Just aligning the spine, the shoulders, and also creating some space between the vertebrae. On your next breath, slowly walk your hands back towards your knees. And let's raise our hands up off the mat, keeping the knees down in the mat. So now I'm just in a kneeling position. I'm going to place my hands on the backs of my hips, or kind of resting on my lower back, finding a comfortable position for them. And I'm just going to use my hands to gently guide my hips forward, pushing the hips forward, supporting the lower back, and just holding this for a second. Continuing to take deep breaths, feeling some nice opening and release in front of the hips. In through the nose, out through the mouth. On your next inhale, go ahead and bring the hips back underneath the rib cage, and let's find a nice, comfortable seated position down on the mat. You can sit with your legs extended long out in front of you. You can do crisscross, butterfly, knees bent, whatever is comfortable. We're going to work on some upper body alignment, postural alignment. So once you've found that comfortable seated position, I want you to feel if you are rounding your spine. And if you are, try to bring the chest up, push the hips forward, and tuck your shoulder blades into your back pockets. So rolling them up, back, and down. So now we are nice, sitting upright, good posture. And we're just going to be doing some chin tucks, which will kind of stretch out those chest muscles again, create some more alignment, and also strengthen some of those neck muscles that get over lengthened, overstretched. So to do those, remember, we're going to keep the breath, and we're just going to push our chin out in front of us, and then we're going to pull it back towards our spine. So extending the chin and tucking it. This is also a good exercise to do. If you have a wall behind you, kind of gently imagining there's a wall behind you and pressing the back of your head into that wall. Go ahead and repeat here for just a few more. And again, this is a small movement, a gentle movement. On your next breath, go ahead and come back to center. And we will do some lateral bends, side bends from the seated position. So I'm going to start by raising my right arm up overhead from my shoulder. Fingertips are up towards the ceiling. My left arm can stay down, resting on my legs or on the floor. I'm going to take another big inhale, extending the arm long, aligning the spine, and then exhale. I'm going to gently lean that arm over towards the left. Seated side bend. Chest and nose are still facing 12 o'clock. Right arm is now reaching over towards 9. Deep breaths here. And again, keeping that nice spinal postural alignment. Feeling if your low back is rounding. On your next inhale, let's come back to center. We can drop that right arm down. Now extending the left arm up overhead from the shoulder. Fingertips facing the ceiling. Exhale and then inhale. Reaching the left arm now over towards the right. 3 o'clock. Chest and head stay at 12. Our spine connects our shoulders to our head. It really does connect everything. It connects your toes to your head. So it's important to take care of it and keep our posture in mind with everything we do, whether it's lifting an object or even just sitting at home. It's always a good thing to notice your posture. On your next exhale, let's bring ourselves back to center. Lower that left arm down. Once again, rolling the shoulders back and down if we need a shoulder check. And we're going to do one last chest opening stretch in the seated position. So I'm going to take my hands behind my back, interlace my fingers, open the chest and shoulders. So pulling the shoulders back, chest and head will point towards the ceiling. I'm just resting those hands behind my body. Expanding the chest with the breath. And exhaling all of our tension and negativity. On your next breath, go ahead and release that stretch. Come back to seated. And bring your right hand to your left shoulder and give yourself a pat on the back. Way to show up today for day 4 of our 5-day deep stretch challenge. Remember to hydrate and stay tuned for more sessions on our channel. Thank you.